This conversation with Congressman Greg Steube of the great state of Florida. Congressman, it's good to see you. As with many issues, President Trump leading on this, but he needs the Republican-controlled Congress to codify this agenda by attaching these reforms, these much-needed reforms, to must-pass legislation. Is that going to get done, sir?
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Congress has to come behind President Trump and back him up on this 100%. I've been on bills for the last 3 or 4 Congresses that would do away with the Department of Education, but Congress has to act, and we can do that through the reconciliation bill. So we don't need 60 votes in the Senate to do it, but this has to be part of the budget reconciliation bill. When that gets passed and we go through the tax package and we have that one big, beautiful bill that's going to go over to the Senate from the House, this should be in there to do away with the Department of Education. We can do Pell Grants and that sort of thing, but push the decisions down to the states. Every single county in America has their own school district. Those are the people that are determining what is best to be in our schools and what books they're using and all of that sort of thing. And that's where the decisions should be. And they're held liable by the voters in those different counties as their leaders in the school district. So Congress has to come behind all President Trump's decisions, just like this one, and back him up on legislation so that we can get this passed and abolished. And every state and local municipality then has the directive to govern what our kids learn in school.
Congressman, excuse me for a second. I just want to tell the folks what they're seeing on the right-hand side of their screen. This is the event. President Trump about ready to sign an executive order, and some kids are filing into the room where this executive order is going to be signed. Maybe this whole ceremony is going to be getting underway here in short order. But that's what you're seeing on your screen. Meantime, Congressman, I also wanted to talk with you briefly about the JFK files. Now, you sit on the House Intelligence Committee, and many are saying that these files confirmed, sir, that it was the government indeed that was responsible for the assassination of JFK. What do you say?
I haven't seen that specifically. I know that a lot of these recent releases didn't change much of what we already knew, but there is a group of the documents that haven't been released. And after I read that today, I intend on asking the Intelligence Committee to give me a briefing on that. I haven't, and the committee hasn't given members a briefing on those documents, but we can request those specific briefings because there is a group of documents that were not released. And my question is, if we're going to release all the documents and be transparent to America like President Trump is doing, then why is there a group of those documents that were not released? So I would like to get some answers to that, but I haven't seen anything that the public wasn't already specifically aware of.
Yeah, and Congressman, while you're there talking to him, maybe, it was great that some of the JFK files were released, but what about the Epstein files? What about the January 6th videotapes that we were promised by the Republicans 3 years ago? And of course, what's the latest on the count them, two assassination attempts on President Trump? When are we going to know more about that?
Yeah, I would love to get to the bottom of that. And one of those happened right here in the great state of Florida. And I know Governor DeSantis was issuing some type of investigation there. So we need answers for all of that. A lot of people don't even know who these shooters were, what their involvement was. So the American people are due answers on all of that. I know AG Bondi is working through releasing the remainder of the Epstein files, but trying to do their best to obviously protect the victims and all of that. At least that's the reasons that she's been giving publicly. So hopefully that they're going to do this very soon because they've been very transparent with the American people that they want all of us to have this information, and we absolutely should follow through with that.
Congressman, great seeing you as always, sir.